Hey guys! Okay, in this video, I'll be sharing some of my most favorite quotes with you guys. Yes. If you're following me on my Instagram page at Better by Pay, you will know that every week and every Monday I drop new quotes on my page. And I fell in love with quotes in my first year in the university. That was my undergrad. There was this particular course we're doing in my university called Total Man Concepts, and in that course, they teach us about life, personal development, and all those kind of things, right? And in every week when they teach us that course, there is always like I don't think there's every anytime they taught us that course that they didn't had a quote to every topic they taught us on leadership. So that was when I fell in love with quotes, and since then I feel like quotes have been one of my most favorite things that push me in life. I write them in my notepad, in my diary, on my phone. I just really enjoy quotes, and I'll be sharing some of my most favorite quotes with you in this video. Hello there, my name is Deborah and you're welcome to my YouTube channel Bettered by Pay. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you, and for all my returning subscribers, thank you for always tuning in to Bettered by Pay. And as I said earlier in this video, I'll be sharing some of my most favorite quotes with you guys. I've noted them down in a book so that I don't miss them as I'm beginning to state them. So permit me to look down once in a while and look up as I state the quote. So without wasting time, let's me go straight into some of my most favorite quotes. Yeah. So number one says, life is a choice. Choosing not to choose is a choice not to choose. Let me repeat it again. Life is a choice. Choosing not to choose is a choice not to choose. I don't remember who said this quote or who stated this quote, but that quote has talked to me like since that time. I remember, I think on my Facebook page, I put up that quote then that year, like on my Facebook page, because that quote really communicated to me. It's I don't know, it pointed the fact to me that even when I decide not to do anything, indirectly I am doing something. Do you get? When you decide to sleep instead of standing up and doing stuff, you are making a choice to actually sleep. So basically I feel that quote explains itself basically. So life is a choice. Choosing not to choose is a choice not to choose. So the next one I'll be sharing is if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. And this quote was stated by Isaac Newton. Yeah. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. This quote basically talks about mentors. Yes, like it talks about mentorship, and looking up to somebody who has done well in your field. For Isaac Newton to have said this, if you don't know about Isaac Newton, please go and check it out on Google. Google is search about him. He was a mathematician and physicist, right? And he discovered a whole lot of things in the area of mathematics and physics. So for him to have said this, that means he was trying to explain that in as much as he has we see him as the father of all those things, like as the person that invented all those things, that started all those things, that he didn't just start one day. He relied on what other people had done, right? So that means if you want to venture into a business, you want to start up anything, there is someone that must have gone through that path, right? So instead of you making the mistakes that that person has made, it's best for you to just start from where that person stopped. Do you get? So he talks about mentorship and mentors basically. So the next one says there are many wonderful things that will never be done if you don't do them. This was stated by Charles D. Gill. So that means there are so many things that will never be done in your field, in your area of specialty, in your area of expertise, if you don't do them. Let me just share an example that might just really express and explain this quote. There was a particular year I was passing by, I saw a bottle on the floor, and it was like on like walking pattern. I was like, I can't bend down to pick this now. Somebody else will pass through this place and will see this bottle on the floor, pick it up and put in the bin. Guess what? I came back few hours later and the bottle was still on the floor, and I'm sure so many people would have passed through that same path and would have maybe thought about that somebody else would pick it and do it. So at that moment when I was on my way back, I bent down, I picked the bottle and I put in the bin. And this really, it taught me so much that day, that means there are things that would be left undone if I don't think about starting it, if I don't think about doing it, if I don't think about correcting it. In some of us, in our minds, we feel like you want a particular change in a particular area, and you're sitting down and waiting for somebody somewhere in the world to come and start it or kick it off or start the project or something. So the good thing is just that, who knows, people who are who will vibe with you or who will go in the same energy with you might join you in the process. So just start it, start it, start it. There are many wonderful things that would never be done if you don't do them. Yeah, thank you. So the next one says, all our dreams can come through if we have the courage to pursue them. And this was stated by Walt Disney. I feel the quote is as simple as it is as simple as it is. What is wrong with my English? Okay, so all our dreams can come through if we have the courage to pursue them. Yeah. So number next says, you can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. And when I heard this quote, what came to my mind was like, if I keep repeating, or if I keep thinking about my past, the mistakes I made and the errors I made. And it also occurred to me that sometimes it's not only about our downtimes, it wasn't only about our achievements. Imagine sitting down in a particular achievement and saying you are the best in this field. The world is moving at a fast pace and is moving, yeah, it's moving really fast. And if you're not careful, you might find out that you are very irrelevant at the end of the day. So that means you should continue to improve on yourself. You don't have to keep staying where you are. Like, move. The word is move. So you can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. The next one says, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. uh what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters to what lies within us. That means there is something that has been deposited in every single person. Oh, I didn't say this quote was stated by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And yeah, if I didn't mention the name of who said it, because that means I didn't find it, or it was just like a statement or anonymous. Basically, I found it online and it was anonymous. Yeah. So that means there is something inside each and every one of us. There is something in you. There is something in me that God has deposited, and it is up to me and you to work on it and develop the talent for it to become something beautiful. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. The next one says, anytime you sow a seed, you plant into your garden, what you keep won't grow. It is what you plant that grows. And this quote was stated by Bishop David Oyedepo. There is something, like I said, like the previous quote, there is something inside each and every one of us. Like, if you don't plant it, if you don't water it, if you don't nurture it, it won't grow. It will just die inside of you. There is something that God has put into you, whether it's a talent of singing, writing, who knows what it is. You just need to nurture it, develop it. If not, it will just remain there and it would never grow. So let's continue to work on our talents, inborn talents, and the things that God has deposited within us. So the next one says, real and sustainable change in someone's life begins with a change in their sense of identity. And this was said by Reverend Sam Adeyemi. That means for a significant change in someone's life, you need to have a change of your sense of identity. You need to begin to speak positively. You need to begin to tell yourself that you are born for greatness, you are destined for success. You need to begin to speak positively. Basically, just have a positive mentality. Positive mentality. By the time you have a change of identity, to reflect in the way you talk, in the way you speak, in the way you act, and those kind of things. So a change of sense of identity gives real and sustainable change in someone's life. Yeah, I hope I'm communicating and you're enjoying the video. Okay, so the next one says, if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. And this was stated by Napoleon Hill. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. And I'm going to really talk about this quote. The thing is, people are looking for a big platform, like you're waiting for a crowd of 20,000 people before you begin to develop the public speaking that God has deposited into you. You're waiting for, I don't know. I'm using public speaking as an example. Like, if you don't know how to talk to two people, three people, four people, how then do you want to develop yourself to talk to 20,000 people? We are waiting for that big platform. Some people will say, is, I don't know, I just hear funny things, and I'm like, start where you are. Basically, that is what that quote is saying. Start where you are, start with what you have, start with what you know. Do you understand? So you, if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Smile, I don't know, just ensure that whatever is in your hands, you do it in a great way. You, I don't know, just do, be you. In as much as you are yourself, just ensure you are touching lives. Yes, you can. Okay, for example, in your community, you want to do charity, you want to share, you want to do something, you can do it in your own little community. Do you understand? So just do small things in a great way. And there is no measurement for this great way. There's no measurement. It is what you have, it is what you are doing. There's no measurement that says that this one is the best, this is the lowest great way, this is the highest great way. Just do things in a great way. Do whatever has been given unto you, do it heartily. Do you understand? Do it heartily. And the last one I was talking about in this video says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And this quote was stated by Lao Tzu. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And this quote is also like this quote that says, is it quote or song or poem? Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. That means whatever you want to start, whatever you intend to do tomorrow, you start today. Do you get? Like, every little thing you do today, every little step you take today has a whole lot of an effect on tomorrow. So basically, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I hope you've enjoyed this quote session with me. I intend to bring more and more and more of my most favorite quotes here on Bettered by Ikpeyi. If you are not yet following me on my Instagram page, please do at Bettered by Ikpeyi. Every Monday morning, I drop inspiring and motivational quotes on my page. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.